The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another installation of Women of Prominence Presents Music, the culture of that and film. So today we're bringing in something special. This is the week we bring in the films, and we have a great filmmaker here. I was able to see the film myself. It's a short film, and I was very pleased at what I saw, so we're going to share it with you today. My name is D. Nice. And I'm with me today is my co-host on either side today, and to the right of me,
Stage right.
I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, okay, what did we have there? Okay, yeah. I continually like to see what's happening on the set, guys, because there's always something going on. That's what we do. We keep it flowing. And today I have to my right Miss Von True. This young lady came from the East Coast to grace us with her music talents and her fashion expertise. And she brings the best of that to us. And, I'm looking at the camera, looking at me. Hey, how you doing? In the corner there. And so I'm just, okay.
You're so not used to it because you're always behind the camera, right?
Yeah, so I'm seeing the camera looking at me. No, not looking at me, but there's a camera on the screen. Yeah, it's gone now. So whenever it pops up, I'm looking at it like, okay, do we have the FBI trying to find out what we're doing here? I know we're doing some great things, but
right.
So when people start paying attention to what you're doing, you're on to something, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Vaughn comes in today to help us out, and we also have a young lady who is an expert in her field. She's been around a long time, and I don't mean a long time as far as trying to tell how long she's been in the game. I'll let her tell you that, okay? But she's a top entertainment attorney, and we knew her way when Urban Network was popping and doing some different shows that you sponsored and that did, and different groups you were able to maneuver through the music industry, and you're still doing it.
That's right.
And still wearing a smile, because the music game ain't nothing to smile about. So
it is when you're winning, but
take it from a winner to tell you how to win. And so, that's a good thing. And we're talking to a young man today. Like I said, once again, I was able to see his short. And I was very impressed with it. And so, Ms. Vaughn, why don't you tell us who we got in front of us today?
We have the lovely Tripp Law, who was born in Omaha, Nebraska, and lives in Fullerton, California. He attended Locke High School in Los Angeles, California, and he also attended Vanguard University in Costa Mesa, California, where he finished his college basketball career. Tripp Law has been a professional actor for over 25 years, appearing in TV, stage, and film, guest starring and co-starring in episodes of CSI Miami, CSI Las Vegas, The Shield, and many others. One of the highlights in his career, he says, has been working alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in his very first film, Red Heat.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a good. That was a good flick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
For your first film, that is absolutely amazing.
Yes. Very first one.
Well, it's probably because he has an amazing physique. Remember that Schwarzenegger was a bodybuilder back then, so
you know what? Look, I'm gonna give it on the name, Tripp Law. That's dope. What could you be? What could you do? Like go into entertainment with a name like that?
Well, Tripp is actually a derivative of Lawrence McNeil III, so I just reversed it, and Tripp is for the third.
Okay.
And Law is short for Lawrence.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Because I was like, how you
play that?
I didn't just come up with the name out of the blue, but it's still
right.
part of my name.
It's definitely that name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go back a little bit, man. I like to take that journey, you know, because that's what it is. It's a journey. Okay. And find out a little bit about the inspiration that brought you here this far. I mean, I know you at one time you had to make that round to get to where you're at now. But I'm sure you weren't at the school ground in the first grade talking about, you know what, where's the camera at? So there's something that brought you in.
You know what? I actually started off as an athlete. I was an athlete. You know?
Got you.
All I wanted to do was play basketball and you know, play professional ball, but that didn't work out. But I did 1 year pro ball in Mexico. Which was pretty cool. It was an experience. Mm-hmm. So I got to say that, you know, I did play some kind of pro ball. But,
right.
After that, I didn't really know what I wanted to do in my life, and I started taking acting classes, and I enjoyed doing it. And through the acting class, started meeting people, and it just went from there.
Right. Now, I find out there's a lot of time that must be afforded to athletes because there's a lot of athletes. Let's take one of the greatest bass players of all time, Wayman Tisdale.
Yeah.
And the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? He was practicing when he wasn't being on the court.
Right.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, let's take it there. When he wasn't acting, when he was doing as a little kid, he was doing little things. And so they put a bass in his hand, and now he's doing miles long. So not only is he acting, but so there's a lot, I guess, of time that is affordable, and you got to use it to your advantage. And that's what you did in your acting scenario. Yes,
I've been at it for over 25 years.
No, shy away.
Long time. But, you know, I'm sticking with it.
Right.
It's a dream of mine.
Right, I got you. Yeah. So when you first came out with it, though, what was it that was the appeal? I mean, because I'm just going to say, we're not dating anything right now.
Right.
But some of the movies back in the day were like the black exploitation, you know, something to be kind of, because they didn't give us the equipment to do the real deal now.
You know what? I actually did one black exploitation film.
Really?
I did a film called Penitentiary.
Yeah. I remember that.
I think, no, it was Penitentiary 3.
Yes.
And actually, Jamal Fanaka, he was the director. That was like the first kind of like principal role I had.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the really big one was Red Heat. But that's where I really started. Yeah.
That's a good one, because going into something more serious, I mean, not that many actors get to take a choice like that. Yeah. Because that's just falls in your lap. That's destiny right there.
Yes.
Because that ain't when you get on a set like that, that's no joke.
Yeah. You know, you're right. And plus, I had to box too. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Had a few scrapes, but from there on, I mean, the bug had already bitten you years before that.
Yes, it did. It kind of bit me a little bit before that. You know, I think it started when I started taking classes, and actually a little bit before that, it was the play Beauty Shop, directed and produced by Shelley Garrett.
Yeah.
That's where I really got my training at. You know, theater.
Yeah.
So it started from there, and you know, we were on this 50-city tour.
Right.
That's nice.
Shelley took us everywhere. I mean,
one of the great ones.
New Orleans, San Francisco, Atlanta, New York. I got a chance to perform in New York at the Beacon Theater off Broadway.
Right. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the greats. Him and Candace Cole and some of those that jumped out at the time that were doing when we weren't getting the recognition.
Yes.
As playwrights. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If we weren't doing poetry, then, you know what I'm saying, we were unheard heroes. And then when you come and find out some of the playwriters and some of the stage writers, they have toiled long and hard and really have not reached that recognition they should. Yeah. So it's good to be able to be a part of something like that. And,
of course, yes.
And see the growth there. So that was stage. And then you decided, well, I mean, from stage, I mean, what and then mixing over to the acting part of it.
And you know what? I've actually done, when I first started, I did more television than film.
Got you.
You know, so, man, I started off. It's been so long, I can't even remember some of the TV shows like Growing Pains and I mean, we go way back there.
Right.
But yeah, I used to do a lot of TV, but in the last, I would say probably about the last 6 or 7 years, it's been mainly it's been mainly film.
Right, right.
You know,
Found
which
your own.
I have no problem with.
Right, right. Now,
good.
she's over here biting at the give. Like, I know she got a lot of questions. This is our youngster in the house. I mean, she's really balanced, but she's young and she knows. Let me talk. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to dive into what's really good. So I want to know, what moment did you come to yourself and say, I want to produce my own?
I think that all actors should have some type of vehicle that they can use in order to promote themselves, whether it be a short play or a short film, something that, you know, you can write yourself, even if you don't know how to write. I mean, if you even have just the idea of what you want, or create something that you know that will be a vehicle for you. I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But was there a person or a time or something that just clicked in you that said, I want to do this for myself?
No, but it's from, you know, my personal experience.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like an old school guy. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm not going to tell you the age or anything, but I'm what they call an OG.
Hey, I feel you.
I think we're all OGs except for Von True.
Yeah, that's why she's over here. She's the youngster.
So she gives us that youthful perspective. But what I'm an entertainment lawyer, and my name was never mentioned. Rhonda Dixon, for everybody to know. So
It's Rhonda Dixon today.
Because you mentioned me, but you didn't say my name.
My bad.
You got to say my name. So
there you go. Say my name.
There you go. So, from a business perspective, it's always smart to do that. I mean, you know, you take a page out of Quentin Tarantino's book, you know. Yeah. A lot of actors that can't get work have found it successful for them too. And it's also just a graduation. A lot of actors like Denzel Washington will have their pet projects that they want to direct, you know, and they move into that space. Because as you get older, you do want to kind of morph into and have more different hats that you can wear. And it also is from a business perspective, it diversifies the kind of deals that you can make.
Yes. Speaking of like 50 and Over Club, the short film, I don't think that I want to produce anymore. Because
it's a lot of work.
Do the acting thing at the same time, because it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah,
and you know, I'm used to being in front of the camera, and I have to go behind the camera and do all the rest of the stuff, man. It's like a lot of hard work. I mean, it's really tough.
Well, try being a lawyer. We get all of the pain and none of the fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you.
We got to do all the tedious part of the work, you know,
and get all the money. So I mean, hey, it all balances out. You know what I'm saying?
We don't get all the money, but because we help protect other people's money.
Right.
We don't get all the money, but we do. You know, it's a lot of tedious work, though. Yeah. You guys get the glory.
Yeah, which I don't mind sometimes.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Tell them about it.
Because most of the time I have to beg my clients. I said, you have to put my name at the end of the film. You have to tell them that I'm, you know, no, because that's how we get our recognition. You know what I mean?
As you should, yeah.
So now you come full circle. You've done the scene to where you did the stage plays. You did the television shows. You've done some movies, and now you're doing you.
Yeah.
And I happened to see one of your shorts at the Real Men Film Festival. I think it was last month, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed with what I saw. That's why I reached out and said, man, you got to bring this to the people. You know what I'm saying? And now we'll talk about where you're going when we finish with it, but we do want to take a slight pause for the cause and let these people see what I'm ranting about.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had a chance to see it, even Miss Rhonda R. Dixon.
That's right. Yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so we're getting ready to take a peek at what's the name of this short?
50 and Over Club. 50
and Over Club.
Okay.
Brought to you by Tripp Law. We'll be right back right after this. Sit back, get your popcorn.
yesterday. At least that's what it feels like looking back on when we were kids. I mean, the days were endless. Our only job was to play and have fun, and we didn't have a care in the world. This is Lawson. He's my best friend. Back then, we did everything together. Movies, slumber parties. We even started a club together. A cool club where boys could be boys. But who knew we'd have that same club in our 50s? Some things never change.
Come on, I'm willing to bet you can't do another rep. Come on. Come on. Hey, girlfriend.
How are you?
All right.
I'm working on your schedule for next month. Any conflicts I should know about?
No.
Remember, at the end of the month, you'll be away book signing, okay?
You know what? Let me double check.
Okay.
Come on, bring it on. Two more. That's what I'm talking about.
Your turn, fool.
All right.
Hey, I'm watching you.
Okie dokie.
Make sure you get your reps.
I'm gonna get my reps in. No problem. Get my reps in.
Kim, it looks like I am clear
Okay, that's
next
fine.
month. Yeah.
Ooh, shoulder again. Okay.
Yeah, a little tweak from football.
Okay, come on. Probably because you're stressed out. You're just really tight in there.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
you're all
it.
done.
Okay, all right.
You could do better than that, young buck. We lifted more than that in boot camp.
Maybe this can count as boot camp pops, all right? When you were my age, you're just coming out the thing.
Don't have me use these old man muscles on you. I'll dust you off.
Easy to talk crap when you're only spot.
You put 30 more pounds on here, young buck. Don't hurt yourself.
Whee! Excuse me, I don't mean to be intrusive, but it looks like you're having a little trouble with these weights. Yeah, mind if I help?
Sure. You know, I'm not sure how much weight I need to really push myself. I'm trying to get back in shape.
No, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Why not?
Why would you want to get back to someplace you already are, my sister?
Thank you, my brother. You know, I try to stay as fit as I can.
Well, us men, we do appreciate a woman who takes good care of herself.
Oh, I'm Sherry.
I'm Lawson. Where you from, Sherry?
Bay Area. Berkeley. My daughter says I need to get out, meet people, so I figured I'd start at the gym. Got any other ideas?
Well, I know this great little bar and grill I think you might like. Got friendly people, good music, good food.
Are you asking me out, Mr. Lawson?
Are you accepting, Miss Sherry?
I'd love for you to take me out. I haven't been out since I came, so...
I don't think it's how it works.
You're not a criminal or anything.
Well, that all depends on who you ask. No, actually, I'm a cop. You're a supervising probation officer.
Looks like we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Tell me about it. Yeah, let me join you.
Oh, so you going to work out with me?
Oh, why not?
You going to show me up at 40 or what?
No, I think I'm going to work on 23.
They don't even make 23.
Yeah, watch me find 23.
What's the matter, baby? Kim told me you called. You sounded upset. Called you back and you didn't answer.
I'm surprised she gave you the message. It's obvious she has a thing for you. Who doesn't?
You are sorting through those socks like you're going on a job interview.
What's wrong, doll?
Brenda, there is no other woman. You are my wife, and I love you.
I'm sorry, Tony. I'm really sorry. These hormones are driving me crazy.
I understand, baby. I understand.
Every Monday night. What are you guys doing down there? You and Tony are the only ones married, and Lord knows what the rest of those drays are putting in your head.
You're taking it a little too far tonight, don't you? I mean, I hang out with the same guys every Monday. Besides, you know them.
Oh, baby, you know what? Those grandkids, they were just driving me crazy today. Brandon, he couldn't keep his hands off of Sophie. She's screaming, he's laughing, I'm sweating. It was just too much.
Okay. You want me to get somebody to keep the kids for a couple hours each day after school?
Dorothy wouldn't want that. I promised her that I would take good care of her kids. I miss her so much, Tony.
I miss her too, baby. I miss her too.
It's the same thing every week, Joyce.
Yes, it is, baby. Ooh, yes, it is the same thing. And here I am, all alone, all by myself, right here.
Love don't come easy. You gotta keep your love new. No, it don't. Keep doing that special thing. Keep loving it, baby.
Okay, what the hell's all that about?
Leave it alone, young man. Leave it alone.
So let me get this right. Y'all been friends for what, 20 years, and you don't know if your friend is...
I don't even want to go there.
Look, when he picked me up tonight, he was in a good mood.
Why did he pick you up?
Young buck think you can outdrink me.
Oh, don't start that stuff tonight, all right, Pops? We're not drinking in short.
I like boost.
It's the night.
Yeah, come on, style. Hey, man, look at that outfit.
You look pretty good.
Yeah. Courtesy of Phil.
Dude, what's up with the dark shade? Who you hiding from?
Stop hating, y'all.
Everything okay, guys?
Yeah.
You good, boss?
Yeah, I'm good, but you can bring everybody else another round. Bring Junior here, sip your
Oh, Miss Caldonia, I know you're coming to my barbecue.
You know I'll be there.
Yeah.
Pops, you ought to go ahead and wake Miss Caldonia up.
No, not my style. Plus, she works for me. Rule of thumb, never mix business with pleasure. But you would date anything got a pulse. If a zombie had a pulse, you'd date that.
You know what? Y'all can talk to Captain Blue Pill over here. Well, I'll go meet up with them sexy ladies over there. I'll be good.
And y'all call me a hoe.
Looks like Lawson finally made it. Doesn't look happy.
Gentlemen.
All right, beers, anybody?
Hey, what's up there? Bring me another shot. You okay? You look like crap.
Thank you.
What's wrong, my friend?
Take a wild guess, man.
No.
Thank you.
What that wench do this time?
I lost her mind, man. Playing that game.
Told you to leave that young girl alone.
She's 28, Tony. She just acts young.
And how old are you?
Hey, that's some on your face right there, man. It is over, okay? Right, I got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on my hands. Listen to this.
Oh, no. You did not just break up with me, then pop up at some turn up the other night. Fool, I will set your tires and pee in your...
What's a turn up?
Hang on. It gets a little bit better. She called back. Watch this. Flip-flop.
you guys doing today?
Don't worry about that crazy messy stuff, man. You know, let's see, curfew's about to start. She gotta go to bed.
That is so not funny, man. I've been dealing with this crap for 2 weeks, man.
Hey, look how young Bubba is.
He'll sleep with anything moving. Y'all remember the girl that he was dating that thought Thelonious Monk was a religious leader? You know what? He will stay in his own age group.
Okay, you know what, Tony? I'm gonna need you to back the hell up off of me, man, with that holier-than-thou bull you talk. You know what I'm saying? You need something to keep you busy, man. When was the last time Brenda gave it up, huh?
Oh, so you gonna compare my wife's menopause with you dating a kid?
Come on, man, why not?
I got one question, okay? Now, with that menopause, she going through all those mood swings and things. So, when she does decide to give it up, is it like sleeping with a different woman?
Shut up, Kyle.
Hey, man, look, all of y'all shut up. I had to kick y'all butts like I did back in high school.
I didn't know my wife's menopause was a discussion for the table.
Okay, look.
You know what, Tony? You're right, man. Right, I'm sorry. My bad. I was wrong. All right, me and you, man. I'm sorry. Apologize. You know I love you, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Señorita, ¿cómo está? Your eyes, they are beautiful.
What color are they then, sailor?
Your eyes are beautiful.
Ay, let's go, vámonos,
Alright, adios, you beautiful señorita. Hey, man, get your hands off me, I'll dust you.
And this guy's pin. Give me your keys, man.
No, man, I didn't drive.
Tony, what's up, my brother?
Chilling. Brenda's asleep, the kids asleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, I got your text, man. What's up? What's going on in your world?
Hey, I'm on top of my world, man. Top of my world. You remember Sherry?
Sherry, yeah, the sister from the gym. I remember Sherry.
Oh, it turned out great, man. I took her to Blackjack's the other night. We did the whole 9, man. You know, man, I'm really glad that you was busting my balls about dating a baby girl.
That's what I'm here for, bro.
So, what's next? Well, I want the rest of the guys to meet us, so I'm bringing her to the barbecue.
Bring her to the barbecue? That's cool. It's about time you bring a woman to the barbecue that doesn't have a teething ring.
You know, for a man who can only watch from the sidelines, you certainly have jokes. How you and Brenda doing anyway, man? I mean, is any of those herbal remedies working?
If it is, I can't tell. 1 minute she's crying about the kids. The next minute she's accusing me of cheating on her.
Whoa. Hang on, man. Somebody's trying to get in my door.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Oh, yeah, you'd be right, too, my brother. Let me holler at you later. What the... Lola, what are you... Hell no. I thought you gave me back my keys.
Oh, baby. I've been missing you. The last few weeks have been killing me. I miss you. I miss us.
Yeah, Lola, we need to talk, baby, okay? Listen, yeah.
Oh, you want to get in the jacket with me?
No, I just want you to sit down. Baby. Listen, we need to clear the air, okay, sweetheart? We've been trying to make this work for a long time, right? Yeah, it's not working for me. This is over.
Oh, baby, listen, I know, I can make it work. Your friend seems to think I can make it work, too. Okay, well, I'll be good, or I'll be bad. Okay. No more twerking, no more acting crazy, no more name calling. Just me and you, like how it used to be.
Lola, I can't do this anymore, baby. My friend may want to participate, but it's not working for me, okay? This is over. Baby, look at you. You got it going on. There are going to be a lot of guys out there that's going to want you, okay? But you and I, we are done.
Okay. We should talk about this in the bedroom. We always talk in the bedroom. It's always a good time. Okay.
Lola, it's over.
Well, can I at least use the bathroom?
You don't really want to use my bathroom. You just... Go on, use the bathroom.
I'm just going to freshen up.
Go on, use the bathroom. Go freshen up. Don't leave your earrings in my medicine cabinet. I know your moves.
I was thinking, how about one last time?
How about we put this back on you and let you know that the road is closed. Oh, yeah, and Lola.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, now I'm going to need my key back.
Yo, you don't just walk past me, young blood. Unless I butt you in your head, you won't walk past me no more.
It smells so good.
Is that your hair? And she says, of course it's my hair. I've got the receipt.
Hey, everybody, what's up? Hey, baby, this is Brenda. She's the hostess of this party.
Hi, you must be Thelma.
Baby. Hi.
Y'all remember Blanca, right?
Hey, Blanca. Hey, girl, I'm Joyce. Nice to meet you.
So, young blood, how long this one gonna last?
For as long as I wanted to, Pops. You know I call all the shots. I got it like that.
You know, I think I'm going to have a drink with Ignacio. I'll just go right over there and...
Stay a while.
Oh, I could do that too. Something smells delicious.
Ooh-wee! I didn't know they could stack bricks like that.
You don't want my prize to be hurtful. Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey, how are you? What's going on, man?
How's it going, man?
Hey, guys, this is Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
How you doing, Sherry?
How you doing?
Sherry's visiting down here from Berkeley.
Wow.
And Lawson is hoping that Sherry's going to be visiting down here a lot more often.
Hi. I am Joy.
I'm Sherry. Nice to meet you.
All right. Now you're welcome to Brenda and Tony's house, girl.
Thank you.
Did you brought a cobbler? No, I don't need nothing right now. We'll talk about it later, fine. Come on, let's go cook this up.
Huh? Yeah, good, Lawson.
Yeah, real good.
Yes, I would totally want to make her my baby mama.
Yeah.
Now, I know y'all ain't got no more space, so I guess that blind six ain't looking so crazy right about now.
Woo! Go, baby!
Give me something, Caledonia.
I got something for you, Benny.
Hi, y'all. Bing, bing, bing.
So I'm thinking that meeting Sherry, a lot more than luck. I'm thinking it was almost kismet, you know? Our paths have crossed before. And speaking of luck, yes!
What?
Yes!
What up?
Look out. Anybody want to go to Mexico? Dollar.
I've been calling you and calling you. We need to talk.
Whoa! You are now coming to my friend's home? Have you lost all of your mind, young girl? Lola, you've got to leave.
I am not going anywhere. I said I wanted to talk to you. I've been calling you and texting you, and you ain't never said nothing back to me, and that's why I'm here today.
Let me handle
Lola, there's nothing to talk
Yes,
about.
it is. You already know.
Come on, young lady. You know better than that.
Mind your business. Move. Anyway, like I was saying...
No, you did not just touch my man.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Push him. I don't care. And she better not be younger than me. Whoever's in this party trying to claim me.
You don't want none of this right here.
She say something to me.
Lorraine?
Ma?
Lawson is still my best friend. My club is still going strong. But now, it's called the 50 and Over Club. And in my humble opinion, it's still the coolest club in the world.
Can I have a hero key?
Goodbye. I think we should give it one more shot. Excuse me. Please get some more ranch.
Iggy's a pilot. Benny owns the bar, and
Tony, yes, I know. He's a football player turned motivational speaker.
at you, Justin. You made yourself a real housewife of Compton.
Inglewood. And I'm married.
Lola, you need to let him go. Stop eating the rabbit food. You need to eat un pollito con su frijolito, con su papita. That will clear this up.
We're ready to shoot, baby. Come on, baby.
Okay, I have
So am I. Come on, have a seat. Let's get it ready to go.
There's nothing funny about this. I will take you out. I will get me a good alibi, and then I will grieve like a poor, heartbroken widow.
Hey, guys. I got all the meat we need for Sunday's barbecue.
You mean tell them I got all the meats for Sunday's barbecue?
Same thing, no hate.
It's sad, isn't it? It's really sad.
The problem is you all haven't met the right system.
What are you looking at?
What are you wearing?
In case you don't know, this is a barbecue.
I know.
Okay? Look at you. You just came out of the office.
I
man.
always look like this.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God. I took Spanish in high school. Oh my God. What is gracias.
Wait till this.
Sound speed, 36, Apple, take 2.
Motivate people to get past their obstacles in life so they can be successful. You know what I'm saying, Lawson?
Baby, is it hot? I feel like the temperature just like shot up 20 degrees.
Lawson and Sherry, I gotta go.
Yeah, I got you.
So her legs were so ashy, it looked like she had been in a flower kicking contest. So she says, if that's your boyfriend, he wasn't last night. Okay. Stop. I'm gonna pee.
Check Iggy out over there. And I'll bet you a pair of Stacey Adams. He's over there talking to a dude about something he ain't got no business talking about.
Stacey Adams.
Size 11 and a half wide.
You give it one more shot. That old man loves you. He's just afraid to admit it. And for the love of God, can I please get some ranch?
No, you hadn't enough. See, now you eat rabbit food. She eat the chicken. No, rabbit food for you.
Fine.
Stop it.
I take
Excuse
yours.
me. No, you
Why
eat
you gotta
the
control
chicken,
everything in my
pollito.
life?
Yeah, I bet it was mine. Showed me romance stuff. Yep, it's time to go. Got it.
Great mix, baby.
Thank you, man.
Very nice film. Yes.
Yeah, when you see the outtakes funny like that, you know what I'm saying, then you know some time and thought went into picking this cast. Because, I mean, they are outside of the box.
Yes.
And I see some faces, man, that are television's love affairs. Some of the shows that we brought from.
Steve Williams from 21 Jump Street.
Yes.
Trisha Mann. Jairus Poindexter does a lot of movies.
Right.
A lot of recognizable faces.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah. So when you first decided to do the project, okay, the script was there before this, or did you basically have this camaraderie and say, okay,
the way it happened is I came up with the idea and the concept.
Okay.
And I had a few of the characters, most of the characters, but I knew what I wanted. And so my writer, who's also an actress, who I've worked with before, Patricia Forte, I gave it all to her and said, this is what I want, and she rolled with it, man.
Right.
Had it done in like 3 weeks.
Well, it's so now because the fellas hanging out like that, old school plays, and you always got to have a young, you got to always have a young buck in there.
Yeah.
And you got to have the one that's old school, old school.
Yeah.
So the different components that you brought in, everything was put together, and even doing the outtakes when you saw the camaraderie there, then you knew it had to be, something that was built with people had foundation with each other.
Yeah.
And so that's what we don't have today's movies. You come in there, you do your part, and you go on about your business. But when you see the after effect camaraderie, which means that there had to be something before, you knew some of these cats before, as you brought them in, then you saw the sink in the mesh. And so I'm sure along the way, there might have been a few hiccups, but mostly it looks like it was all everybody dealing with everybody.
You know what? Everybody pretty much, everybody gelled together. We had good chemistry. Shoot, man, the thing just worked out. It
Right.
flowed, you know.
How long did it take you to put this together?
We shot this in about 4 days.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
We shot in about 4 days.
Because you had some major locations there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one of the locations was my house. We shot most of the stuff there. One of my producers hooked me up with a gym.
Okay, cool.
And then I had a buddy of mine that owned a pizza joint.
Right,
So
right.
We kind of turned it into a restaurant, bar, you know, dance hall, whatever.
Right. Now, the message in here, let's go a little deeper into the message, because I know with my young girl over here, she's waiting. I can tell when she's ready to get up in here. But being a millennial, everything we do, I try to see what the message is, because believe me, the stats have said that within the next 2 to 5 years, they're running the country, millennials.
Right.
So the message that we're putting out there now, the things we're doing now, it's just they're hearing us or seeing us, but in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? So when you were doing this, who were you trying to appeal to, and what was it that made you come out this correct way that you did? Because there's a lot of different formulas you could use.
Yeah, the friendship thing.
Okay.
You know, everybody, mainly the old school guys, you know, you have that one friend that, you know, you grew up with. I mean, most of the stuff that was written is from experience. I mean, I got a friend that, you know, I grew up with, and I've been knowing him ever since, like, high school. And so, you know, with that thought and with that idea, you just add this and add that. And, you know, I think the film is mainly about friendship. Man.
Right.
About taking that friendship through life with you, and
that's always a good thing, the friendship. Now I'm gonna shoot over here, because we're gonna top it off over here with Miss Rhonda Dixon, because that's what she does. She gets into the legal aspect of it and how to get it done. So let's shift over here with these this young enthusiast here.
No, first off, I love the authenticity of your message, and the quality of the movie is absolutely fabulous. But I must ask, because I'm not familiar, is that really how you know, gentlemen, and specifically 50 and over gentlemen, get down? Like, is that the situation? Is that where I'm heading for? Is that what it is?
It happens, man.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't experienced it, but I mean, that kind of stuff happens.
Okay.
And I know you probably heard of it, or know somebody that's been in a situation like that.
Yeah, like, you know, I had a few girlfriends who, like, dabbled.
And they like older guys.
Yeah, they do.
Older guys,
thing,
they're more mature, they're more established.
Yeah, that is true, and that's definitely a huge thing that to gravitate towards, I suppose. Yeah. But like you said, I love your message of friendship and how in depth that is, and how that really appealed in all the cast members, and it just came all together. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Is there something else in your history that made you come up with this thought of film?
Just growing up around older people, more mature people, whether it be males or females. You know, I got an old soul, man. I've had an old soul since I was like little. You know, being raised by your grandparents, you kind of like take in that old soul. You know, they're very respectful. They respect their friends. They cherish their friends, and you know, you kind of pick up on stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And it sticks with you through life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I definitely love that you mentioned the fact that you were extremely resourceful through your experiences in life.
Oh, yeah.
For all the millennials out there who are like, oh, I want to shoot a show, I want to shoot a short, or I want to do whatever, like, you gave them that perspective, like, use your surroundings, use your friends, you know, in the best way, in the best manner possible, and give credit, and best position everybody for success.
Yeah,
amazing movie.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you made some great points in there, and you made some great establishments because, like I said, I'm like you in that. I always rode around with older cats, man. There was something about even back in the day, man, when they came out of the gambling side, they would shake their pockets and the change would rattle. Yeah. And then they would have the bills wrapped up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so they'd be like, youngster, you know what I'm saying, go down there and give me a pack of this or this like this, and then peel off. And you know what I'm saying, get you something for yourself. Yeah. And they always had that money. And I was like, I like that. And as you get older, coming through it now, the scene has changed. It's just totally, you know, watching the kids nowadays, man, it's totally just like OK Corral out there, everybody doing every kind of thing. So I kind of miss it. So when I saw that reminiscent of what you put down, I was like, man, them are the days, you know what I'm saying, when there used to be a brotherhood.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you had it multicultural too. And I mean, the way that it was mixed in, that's old school. They don't do like that nowadays. So it was a really refreshing piece, and I like that. Now, I'm going to shoot over to Ms. Rhonda R. Dixon because, see, she gets really philosophical with it now and talks about the money thing. So, Rhonda, come on with it.
Well, I'm getting practical. So I noticed you had SAG-AFTRA, so you probably used the ultra-low budget agreement.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I sure did, yeah.
And you started from the beginning since you're a SAG member, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I've had clients come to me after the fact trying to back into it, and the best way to do it is if you know you want to do a film, go to SAG, get the agreement. It explains everything in the agreement, how much you can pay the person, how much you can pay the actors, what the budget should be, you know, and they even have budget sheets and stuff. You can use
they do.
Movie Magic.
Yes.
But, you know, you have to do that kind of stuff. You have to get your contracts straight. A lot of people think they should get the attorney last, but really it would be better to get them first to make sure that you do that, unless you have someone else that knows the contracts they need to do. Because while you're filming, you might have to do clearances, right? You might have to. So you used other people's. You use your own home and things like that. But if you use locations, you have to have location releases, and you have to. If you use people's trademarks, even on your clothes, or you drink a Coke, right? You got problems.
Yeah. Everything in the film, like we didn't show. Like nobody had like designer wardrobe on, and the coats. If we did have a Coke, it was like turned backwards to where you couldn't see it.
Yeah, you have to be careful because if you do that, then you either have to recut the movie, or you might not even be able to recreate that. I mean, you might not be able to get the film out.
Right.
Have you done any film? Have you shown it at any film festivals?
We've been in 2 film festivals. The Silicon Beach Film Festival that was in Marina Del Rey. That was in June. As a matter of fact, we got an award for that for best. It wasn't best ensemble. It was best diversity cast. And then we were in Las Vegas. About 3 weeks ago, we were in Vegas. We did the Silver State Film Festival where we got an award for Best Dramedy.
Okay, good.
So, and then we have coming up is the black
Pan-African.
The Pan-African is coming up.
So you submitted for the Pan-African Film
Festival?
Yes,
we've already been accepted for the Pan-African.
Okay. What else? So what's your plans? This is a short, so are you planning on expanding into a feature film? Or
I would love to do a feature film. Right now, I'm leaning more towards a feature because it's really difficult to get in, to do a TV series.
Yes.
The TV series, I mean, you got to have the investors and then, from shopping it around now, like your Netflix and your Hulus, they want at least 3 or 4 brand names in your show.
Yeah.
So I think for this particular show, it would be easier to do it as a feature. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm actually leaning towards a feature film right now.
Yeah, because you have an ensemble cast and you're basically more relationship driven.
Oh yes, yeah,
so so you don't have all these big car scenes and blowing up and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is, are you familiar with NATP, National Association of Television Programming Executives?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they just had a festival here. I think it was probably in February.
They usually do it in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it was in. I think it was in February. It was at actually at the Egyptian Theater over in Hollywood. Yeah, because I had a friend of mine. He had a film in there, and I actually submitted for that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got turned down.
But they do have another one, I think, in January, the big one.
I think that one is in Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It moves around,
Yeah.
So you have some film festivals you've submitted it to. Do you have any other projects underway?
No, got some things in mind, but haven't put it on paper yet, but I got some things.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Ms.
Rhonda asked a great question too. Asked for what are your next plans with this? Because I was going to ask, is there a part 2? The way it ended, I wanted to see the drama go down. I was like, what?
Everybody wants to see that. See the resolution of the whole thing. So
Lawson had it rough. The boy had it rough because she was a good-looking woman, but part of that was gone. And a lot of us know people like that, and we got to sit back and say, I feel sorry for that brother. Yeah. All the glitters is not gold. More gray hairs than that.
Well, it's kind of a lesson learned because a lot of guys go through their little midlife crisis, go get these young women. They really don't have anything in common. They can't have a conversation with them because they're really not. Like, that's why he was playing that phone. After we do this, what else are we going to do? It's like there's nothing else.
They call them sugar daddies, I think.
Yes, because usually I was going to say that a lot of the time the motivation is money. It's not just that that I want to be with this older man. It's like the motivation is money. So
right.
But it's funny because a lot of us women that are mature.
Okay.
And we watch these men go through this, and then we just be laughing at them because they'll be like, they'll get in trouble.
Well, that's the funny of it, man. That's the funny of the whole thing,
And they'll be wishing they had somebody like us that could nurture them and take care of them and understand what they're going through as opposed to...
Yeah, and he came to that conclusion.
Right.
Too late. Yeah. Because unfortunately, he didn't know that he was messing with the daughter and the mother, and that can't end well.
No, and even in your perspective, from your view, though, you said you have a few girlfriends that dibble in that one there. But, I mean, I'm sure that you see and you get to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because... No, all that glitters is definitely not gold on that either.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of older men that come on to me too. Right, but I'm just like, I have something in mind.
Right.
So I got a master plan. That's not for me. Gotcha. But at the same time, it's just like some people feel comforted by that. Mm-hmm. Some people find it great for the moment. Right. I'm trying to figure out where the disconnect is between the older women and the older men when they get into that stage, and they're just like, oh, well, let me go towards something a little younger. Like, I'm just like, why not the person that you already,
right,
maybe have a connection with?
Good food for thought. When you come back with the second one, that highlighting a little bit, because that's a good one. Yeah. That is a good one. What is it? Yeah. I haven't dated in a long time. That's why I said I'm focused on what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So I can't speak on that with guys. I see it a lot with a lot of my friends that like the younger. To me, look, when I was young, a young girl come to me, I said, look, all you can do for me is show me to an older woman. That's it. Because I like that mental aspect. That's the way I do. You got to deal with me mentally. Right. And so I can understand where you'd want to be with somebody who stimulated your mind. But for an older man looking at a younger woman that is still going through her young life and a lot of work she hasn't gone through. I mean, I can't see where there's a connection. So, I mean, I'm sure there's quite a bit of disconnect. Why? I don't know. But the young woman that does that, I can see her perspective is just, I guess one of them would be to financial freedom.
Financial freedom to cure her daddy issues. I mean, there's so many different reasons.
I'll let you say that, yeah.
I mean, it's real. It's real. I mean,
good. Keep
the
it
mother
real.
need to put something down on her right now, because it's just like, if you acting like that over this man, and honey,
Yeah.
look at you, like there's over 7 billion people, okay, in the world. I'm confused. I don't know. I just want to see part 2.
That's a good one. Rhonda, I see your gears going around right now.
Well, I mean, this isn't a legal issue. This is an issue of,
I got it from a mature woman started.
Exactly.
Yes, I got you.
Yeah. It is kind of disheartening sometimes for us, from our perspective, that, here they are running around after these young women that really don't care about them, and they don't get it, and they have somebody that's right here that could be, but no, they're running around, so that's kind of what happened to him. He got caught in a twist with between the mother and the young one. But I've heard stories about young women blackmailing and doing things like that, and it's not cool. I mean, did you see Hustler, the movie Hustler?
Which one?
The one with Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lopez.
Don't tell us. That's on my bucket list. That's on my bucket list. Yeah.
But, right. Well, anyway, for those that have seen it in the audience, you know where I'm going with that.
I got you. So, my brother, you came in, you brought a movie short that we like. It is a conjecture between all of us that we'd like to see part 2. So let's see what we can do to get this first one where you want to see it. You said television is really too constraining right now for that one there, so we're looking about trying to get something funded to do the short feature out of that one there.
Full-length feature film.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know that you're putting the budget together and getting this. Is the script ready to go?
No.
Okay.
But I do have a budget.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, there. That's the main problem right there, getting that budget.
Right. So we would like to make sure that we stay on top of that with you. Anything you're doing, something like I said, man, your house is our house, man, dude. Yes, I like what you're doing. I like where you're going. And how can you know where you're going unless you know where you come from? Yeah. And so I'm glad that you were able to be rooted in this kind of relationship with the cats, the camaraderie that got you grounded, and it comes across in your work. Yeah. And so, man, you got to constantly keep us on what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we can do, man, to kick it off, man, we're going to do that. But, talk to some investor friends of ours. And Rhonda, since she's got a plethora of situations. That's why she asks these kind of questions. Her mind is always clocking. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on her. You know what I'm saying? And this young one over here, that she's like, okay, I'm looking for the future and making a better world with it. You know what I'm saying? She does a millennial show, and she's getting ready to kick off a millennial show and bring in some words of wisdom to and from millennials. And so I'm looking forward to some great things. So keep us posted on that one there, on all your projects, man. Shout out to Monty B. Sharpton, brother Lamont. You know what I'm saying? I know him when he was doing a one-man stage show over West Day a lot. He was doing that one there as Monty B. Sharpton. It was funny and good to see him. I'm like, is that him? And I look at the credits at the end and like, what? No, I hadn't. And I saw the credits. I'm like, wait a second. So it's good. So I thank you for taking the time out, man, because I know that you're staying on the grind, and I appreciate it for coming down.
I thank you guys.
So if you had a chance to say something to any of these young filmmakers or whatever, man, just take a minute right quick and just spit at them.
Shoot, man, I would say stick to your guns. If you have a dream, don't give up on your dream. Keep it going.
Cool. We're going to catch up with
you.
Very
good.
Tripplaw.net.
Can you spell it? Because you have 2 P's, right?
Yes. Tripplaw, TRIPPLAW.net. Email address is Lorenzo, LORENZO 54 at AOL.com.
All right.
Cool. Lovely.
Go ahead.
I just want to say thank you so much for coming and presenting your short to us, giving us a good dramedy. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Dramedy for the evening.
Yeah.
But I can be reached at www.vontrue.com. Also, my email is vontrue, VONTRUE00 @gmail.com. I just mixed it up, but y'all got what I was saying. I think so. Anywho, and then my Instagram and Facebook are von.true. So, hit me.
Miss Rhonda?
I can be reached at rdixon, RDIXONESQ, like Esquire, @gmail.com.
Good. Thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you guys for sitting on this diocese for us, giving us a lot of information. And ladies and gentlemen, you can reach us at the same place, same channel, same time, each and every Monday, where we bring you the culture of music and film. And starting a couple of, I'm not going to keep that in the wrap. We're going to be doing a new show, Conscious Vibes. And that's going to be run and hosted by our own little Miss Von True. So thanks for joining us. We'll be back with more fantabulous scenarios for you on the next one. Thanks a lot, man, for coming down.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah.
See you next time. Be good to yourself.
Heaven must have known that this day would surely